My friend, 23 female, is being stalked by someone who is part of a cyber cult, Twin Flames Theory, 36 male, and he has started posting worrying YouTube videos. What if someone told you that there was a way that you could meet your soulmate, your one true love, the person that you're destined to be with? The only difference is that you may or may not have met this person, and this person may or may not already be in a relationship or even married. But despite all this person is your one true soulmate, the person who's supposed to be with you till the end of time. What would you do? Would you go behind this person, beg for your love, tell them that they are your one true love, and to leave whatever they had and come with you? Or would you just let it go and let the person be happy? Most of the cases, I don't think people will believe that there is something called a one true love if the person is already with someone else. But with the Twin Flames universe, the story was a lot different. In this episode, I'm not just going to tell you about the Twin Flames universe, but also to what extent people went in order to find their one true love. Hello and welcome to the 3 AM Fear podcast. I'm Nikita Ferrao, mystery and thriller author. On this podcast, I talk about real crimes and real people. Due to the graphic nature of some of this content, listener discretion is advised. You can find the episode show notes on my website 3amfear.com. Let's get started. In the early 2010s, there was this popular cult called the Twin Flames universe. They became so popular online because they promised that they could find you your one true love. I mean, who wouldn't want that? The idea behind this cult is that there is one person out there who is your twin flame, a person who is supposed to be with you till the end of time. According to the cult, if you listen to them, if you follow them, then they will help you find that one true love. Jeff and Sheila Devine, the founders of Twin Flames Universe, met online in 2012. They bonded over shared beliefs about romance, intimacy, and twin flames. They soon fell in love, and they convinced everyone that they all had a true love, chosen by the universe. In 2014, the couple started making YouTube videos discussing their beliefs and soon gained a large following. Jeff Devine, born as Jeffrey Ian, grew up in a Catholic family in Lapeer, Michigan. Now in high school, he was involved in the swim team and theater club. He graduated from Western Michigan University in 2010 with a degree in business. After graduation, he sold all of his belongings and moved to a farm in California. In 2012, Jeff moved to Hawaii and changed his name to Ender Ianethos, inspired by Ender's Game, and started a blog called Ender's Adventures. That same year, he would meet Megan online and they began dating. In 2014, they met in person and recorded their first video together. The couple married in 2016 and welcomed their daughter in April of 2023. Sheila Devine, born as Megan, was also raised in a Catholic family in Canada. Before meeting Jeff, she studied photography, practiced Reiki, and worked as a psychic and server at a Thai restaurant. After starting a relationship with Jeff, she changed her name to Sheila following the advice of a spiritual teacher. By November of 2023, their YouTube channel had gained 18,000 subscribers and their private Facebook group had 14,000 members. In 2017, they founded Twin Flames Universe and launched the Twin Flames Ascension course, a paid online class. In 2020, the course cost $4,444. In 2019, they would go on to create the Church of Union, aiming to bring all religions together under one spiritual umbrella. Within the church, Jeff was known as Father Christ, Sheila was known as Mother Christ, and their daughter as the Princess of all creation. They referred to themselves as the Master Christ, eternal ruler of all creation by God's living hand. The whole idea behind the cult and why it appealed to so many people was because they wanted what Jeff and Sheila had: the perfect love, the perfect couple, the perfect life. Jeff and Sheila promised them that if they followed everything that they taught, step by step, then they could have what Jeff and Sheila had. Now, this is something that the Twin Flames couples followed and believed. The idea that every Twin Flames couple has this opportunity to give birth to a golden child, sperm donation. For any reason, if a Twin Flames couple is unable to have a child, then another person in the cult could donate their sperm so that the child born is within the cult. I think you know where I'm going with this. Whatever happens in the cult stays in the cult. Jeff and Sheila have all the rights to decide whether a couple is ready to have a child or not based on their income. Now, originally it was said that Jeff and Sheila would decide which man and which woman would come together. But later on, we would get to see that this is not the truth. As their popularity grew, Jeff and Sheila took all of this one step further. In 2017, they would go on to start their Twin Flames universe. The group offered paid online classes, promising people that whoever took these classes would find their one true soulmate. The community quickly grew and more people started joining this. Now, as I said before, the core belief of this cult was that everyone had a twin flame, and their job was to go and find this better half. Now, this better half could either already be in the cult or could be outside. And even if that person is already with someone else, then members are suggested or even told to go and do anything and get your partner. With that, I mean anything. All decisions were made by Jeff and Sheila, which is why once again this is called a Twin Flames cult, a cult for a reason. Even though people believe that they have their freedom, they actually don't. Jeff and Sheila are the ones who make the decision for everyone. Now, I'll link the documentary in the description if you're interested in watching. But basically in this episode, I have covered almost everything. The documentary is just 3 episodes. I've covered the documentary as well as behind the scenes of what was going on from all the news sources, which once again, I'll link in the description. Now, in the documentary, people talk about their twin flames, people talk about how much they love their partner. But to be honest, it is Jeff and Sheila who put 2 and 2 together, who put these couples together. Sheila says in the documentary, and I quote, "Because we've been in harmonious union for years, we have very much achieved that miracle of being able to see and confirm someone's twin flame." End quote. From what Sheila has said, it is clear that Sheila believes that because she found her twin flame, she knows how others can find their twin flames too. So the person she picks is going to be the right twin flame. Now, whether the person actually is attracted or not, whether the other person wants to live with this person or not, they don't care. The cult teaches that everyone has a twin flame, and once again, as said, many people who are outside the cult group did not want anything to do with the members. Imagine being harassed by someone in public, this person coming up to you and telling you, "I'm your twin flame, leave your husband, leave your boyfriend, come with me, I'm your twin flame." Can you imagine? This led to a lot of people having restraining orders. There were many cases of restraining orders, there were cases of even abuse, because the Twin Flames members refused to back out. They refused to leave, saying that the other person was their twin flame and had to be with them. And the worst part of all, Jeff and Sheila backed this up. They were the ones who told people, go and do it. To know how bad it can go, this is a Reddit post that I found from 8 years ago. And this Reddit post clearly shows how far a Twin Flames member can go. This was not posted by the victim, but it was posted by a friend of the victim. I'll link the Reddit post in the description. If you want to read it completely, you can. Let's get into it. My friend, 23 female, is being stalked by someone who is part of a cyber cult, Twin Flames Theory, 36 male, and he has started posting worrying YouTube videos. Hi guys, I'm sorry if this is the wrong sub to post as it's about a friend and not me. But I was really hoping for some advice and how to support my friend and point her in the right direction. She doesn't have Reddit. This story started a long time ago, and my friend originally met Twin Flames guy when she was 16 and he was 30. We can already see how big of an age gap that is. 16-year-old girl and 30-year-old guy. This is what they're teaching. And mind you, Twin Flames is still open. It's still there. Apparently, he was obsessed from that point on, which is extremely inappropriate in hindsight. My friend saw him only as a friend and had absolutely no romantic dealings with him. She agreed to meet him on several occasions for coffee or acting classes. But then he'd pick her up and suddenly the plans would change to dinner and dates. Very cunning. There's a lot more to the backstory, and eventually my friend realized that it was creepy and wrong and stopped seeing him. However, occasionally still had contact with him throughout the next 6 years. My friend had never disclosed this to anyone until recently, and they said it sounded like she had been or was in the middle of being groomed. She quickly sent the guy a message and asked to cease all contact. Since then, things have escalated. He's been posting weird videos on YouTube about how he met his twin flame when she was just 16, and now the time is right. It's his God-given right to be with her, and it was his for the taking. She also has evidence. He turned up outside her house at 3 a.m. one morning and just stood there. I can't believe what she must have gone through. Imagine having a man standing outside your house at 3 in the morning telling you that he is your one true soulmate, and this guy is like 30 years old, she's 16. I can't imagine. I mean, what is the cult teaching them? What can she do? How can I help her? A lot of the comments are basically people just freaking out. The first one just says, call the police. Document everything, save the videos. They may not be able to do anything, but she doesn't need to. At the very least, make an official report. There are many such comments like this. People went crazy. Now, OP did say that they were going to do something, they were going to tell their friend and do something, but there was a follow-up on Reddit. And this follow-up was far crazier and far more scary than the original post. Here's what the follow-up said. My friend, 23 female, is being stalked by someone who is part of the cyber cult Twin Flames Theory, 36 male, and he has started posting worrying YouTube videos. So this is the update. Hi guys, I know it's been over a year since the original post, but I've been supporting my friend through a lengthy court battle with, to be honest, not a great result. Apologies, this might be a long one. So first of all, thank you for all your advice. On your suggestions, we contacted the police straight away and they said there wasn't much to do. Twin Flames guy was arrested and he admitted to everything. The police made him sign a piece of paper that basically said, I promise I will not contact her again, and let him go. My friend had given countless statements and I had sent them all the videos and screenshots of even weirder Facebook posts he was making, and the police told her that there was nothing they could do. If she sees him on the street, run into a shop and get a security guard. I can't believe a documentary was created on Twin Flames. They told her she couldn't get a restraining order until he tried to make contact with her again, as he had willingly signed the promised piece of paper. Disheartened, we gave up, and he continued to post creepy YouTube videos about her online for months and months, sometimes 20-minute long videos twice a day. His stuff began to get more and more intense. He is definitely mentally unstable, and you can see it in his eyes, and this roller coaster pattern of emotions he seemed to fly through in such a short period of time. After his arrest, he made videos of him crying, saying he forgave his twin flame and that he would give her space, but really there was nowhere in the world she could hide for long, because Archangel Michael had shown him and they were meant to be together for eternity, and that signs and syncs meant that they had a 4D relationship. I don't know why the police didn't take this into consideration. I think we in India have a better justice system, I can say, at least a little better than this, because I'm sure if someone did something like this in India, the police would immediately catch up to him. I mean, what do you think? I would like to know in the comments if you think that if something like this took place in India, would the police be faster than this, or would they make him sign a letter? He made videos of him kissing his hand, pretending that it was her. It was all kinds of effed up. Finally, one day he posted an absolutely manic video from his car that was really quite scary, claiming his God-given right to be with his twin flame, and mentioned he had killed people in his past life. He also slipped up and made some references with their two names merged together like celebrities do. I want to vomit everywhere, even thinking about it. But we knew this was concrete proof or evidence that he was talking about her. So once again, we contacted the police, who seemed to take it more seriously this time. Thank God. An outside service called Palladian NSAS, National Stalking Advocacy Service, got involved and pushed the police to take it to court. Long story short, it went to court, however, not for stalking but for harassment. I'm still not entirely sure how this has happened, whether the twin flame weirdo has managed a plea bargain or something, but all he got was a slap on the wrists and a restraining order, which, although is great, hasn't stopped his obsession. They live in the same town, and it is very likely their paths will cross at some point. We were really hoping he would get some sort of mental help. It has really upset my friend, but she is trying not to dwell on it. I keep an eye on his movements online, but try not to tell her unless it's something particularly worrying, as I do not wish to cause more stress. He still continues to post videos about speaking the truth and how he will not be silenced, how he went through a triggering ordeal but came out stronger because of it. And there's the F all I can do about it. He's become clever and calculated now in what he says in his videos. Even though we know they are still about my friend, there is no obvious link, so the police say all the evidence is circumstantial. This has been going on for over 6 years. We thought he would have given up by now. I feel like it's just a waiting game now until he slips up again. Twin flame stalker was arrested and finally given a restraining order. But this hasn't stopped his obsession or weird YouTube videos. When people talk about cults, when they talk about how scary or how frightening a cult can be, you can see here how scary it can be. There are cults who have committed mass murder, but here we are just talking about a cult that teaches love. Not in the right way, but it claims to teach love. It tells you that you can find your soulmate, but as you can see in this one case, this is just one case. Can you imagine how many more harassing situations might have happened? People could have even been murdered or essayed, or anything could have happened to them just because they believe that the other person is their twin flame. Here in this case, you can clearly see that the person believed that no matter what happens, this other girl is his twin flame and he is never going to let her go, no matter what happens. Now, all of this is happening with Jeff and Shayla's permission. Of course, no member is going to go behind someone and say that you're my twin flame and go through all these harassing situations. Imagine for years, no one is going to do all of this unless they are completely crazy. And to know that they are from twin flames, they talk about twin flames, Jeff and Shayla are definitely behind this. Jeff and Shayla are the ones who taught people this. By 2019, the Twin Flames universe had expanded. At this point, Jeff and Shayla were not just matching people within the cult, they were also matching people outside the cult, as seen in that case. But at the same time, they were not just matching men and women, they were also matching women and women, men and men, gays and lesbians. Now, even if a person was straight, let's say a woman is straight, but she is matched with another woman, she has no other option but to be with that woman even if she's straight, because that's what the Twin Flames cult is about. And to be honest, the members never said anything. They left their current partners even if they were straight and went ahead with the same-sex partner. What the Twin Flames cult followed was that in every pairing there is a divine masculine and a divine feminine, a masculine partner and a feminine partner, and they both had to be equal. And who would decide if they are equal? Jeff and Shayla. And why would they have men and men, women and women, if they had a divine masculine and a divine feminine? If Jeff decided that a woman is more masculine, he would immediately pair her up with another woman. And same with the men. If he found that a man was more feminine, more soft, then he would pair that man with another masculine man. That is what they believed. Now, how did Jeff and Shayla get all these people to do whatever they wanted, especially when it came to changing your sex preference, that is, whom they wanted to be with? The Twin Flames universe offered paid online classes known as the Twin Flames Ascension course, which promised to help people find their soulmate or twin flame. As of 2024, the course cost $3,333 for over 100 classes, each 90 minutes long. For a more personalized experience, there is an option to pay $8,888. Now, in the past years, many people have escaped the Twin Flames organization. Keely, a former high-ranking member, is now reflecting on the harm she had caused while coaching others. She had split from her ex-husband Colby, with whom she was in the group's first successful Twin Flames union, and planned to go to law school. Angie, another prominent member in the series, said that she is recovering from her time from the Twin Flames universe. She now realizes that Jeff and Shayla had used the promise of true love to control vulnerable people. Now, not everyone has left the organization. Paula's twin sister, Stephanie, remains involved. She is still featured on the Twin Flames Universe website with her twin flame, Kiran, with whom she married. Stephanie told Vice in 2020 that the group taught her how to have a happy, healthy relationship. And there are many other members who have left the cult between 2019 and 2021. Now, no matter how crazy this sounds, the Twin Flames cult grew in November of 2023 to 67,000 members in Facebook. Now, of course, not everyone stayed at Twin Flames. After a period of time, they realized that they were wasting their time and they were being taught what to do and what not to do, which they didn't like. So, of course, a lot of members started leaving the group. Even with that, the group is still going strong. Regarding Jeff and Shayla, they had their daughter, Grace, in April of 2023, and they are now a very happy family. Despite all the controversies, all that happened, people are still following and joining the Twin Flames cult. With this, we end today's episode. I would like to know from you, what do you think about the Twin Flames universe? Until next time, stay kind and stay safe out there. A big thank you to all my fellow listeners who have been listening and supporting this episode. Your reviews, your listens mean a lot. If you love this episode, if you love the stories that I put out, then please do leave a rating on whichever podcasting platform you're listening from. It would really mean the world to me. Other than this, I also have a YouTube and an Instagram page. I'll link it in the description. Do check it out. I have different stories on Instagram, and I'm planning to put out some short horror stories on YouTube. So do subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay tuned. I am also an author, love fiction stories. If you want to check out my free fiction book, I'll link it in the description. I'll also link my other account in the description where I talk about fiction writing, travel, and I also will soon start sharing fiction stories. So stay tuned. So do follow me there. Thank you so much for everything. That's all for this week. Stay kind, stay safe, and see you next week.